and stuff as well. Look, you could buy whales in Crusader, man.
Coming in.
Is that not a good enough reason for you to start in Crusader? Is just to buy you some whales? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. What up, guys? Astro Manning here, back at it again with another video. How's it going, my dudes? How y'all doing? Yes, we're here laying in bed at Orison. So today's video and the rest of the videos for the week are going to kind of have a theme to them. 4.0 is probably soon. I don't know. I can't guarantee you if it's before Christmas or if it's going to be after Christmas. No one knows, guys. But anyways, let's prepare. Today I'm going to talk about Orison. Tomorrow we'll talk about a different city, and I'm going to give you guys the good and the bad and the benefits of where to start your journey. If you like that sort of thing, you know what to do. Smash that like button. Yep. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, right? Those wonderful things. Also, you can hit the notification bell so you know when I go live, and when videos drop. I do go live Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every day, and videos drop Monday through Friday as well. So check those out, and you can also hit that join button to become a member. Members get double giveaway chances and other wonderful benefits. Speaking of giveaways, giveaway Manny, can you take it away, please? Hey guys, giveaway Manny here, back at it again. Thank you, Present Manny, for the introduction, and you're doing so great, looking good. The channel's doing awesome. Thank you for all your hard work, Present Manny. Here we are on another giveaway for 7,000 subscribers. This is what this giveaway is. You did such a good job on getting 6,000 so fast. We're doing another one before the end of the year. That is, when we get to 7,000 subscribers before the end of the year, before it becomes 2025, then I'm giving away a F7C Mark II Hornet Ghost with some extra paints, possibly, if we get to 7,000 before the end of the year. So smash that like button and share the video around so we can get to 7,000 faster, and subscribe, of course, if you haven't already, because that's how we get there. So how do you enter this giveaway, you may ask? Well, you enter the giveaway by liking and commenting on every video from now until the giveaway ends. Okay, you have to like and comment in the video, and in the comment you have to use the code word that is going to be somewhere in the video. So therefore the videos, you're gonna have to watch all the way through and find the code word in the video. There's a code word somewhere in the video. You guys have been doing such a great job on finding that code word and making fun comments with those code words. So a random video is going to be picked from now until we hit 7,000, and you make sure you're liking and commenting in those videos. That's how you enter. Use the code word, all those wonderful things. F7C Mark II Hornet Ghost. That's the giveaway. 7,000 subscribers. I'll see you when we get there. And back to you, Present Manny. Thank you, Giveaway Manny, for that wonderful information about that giveaway. Anyways, like I said, guys, this is going to be the preparing for Pyro, or the preparing for 4.0 series of kind of like where to spawn kind of thing. So you get 4 choices in Stanton, right? Orison, New Babbage, Lorville, or Area 18. So we're going to talk about all 4 locations in Stanton. Maybe we'll talk about the locations in Pyro. I don't know if you guys want that kind of information or not, but we'll see. Anyways, we're starting here at Orison. So this is prepping for 4.0 and choosing your starting location. This is Orison. We're going to talk about the benefits and the disadvantages of starting at Orison. So let's get into it and wake up and get out of bed, right? First off, guys, waking up at Orison, you're in a nice city, right? Look at this. Look at this. I mean, my maids or my cleaning services must have, been sleeping on the job a little bit. But for the most part, look, you get beautiful views, a nice screen TV in your room, a couch, it's a beautiful habitation location. Okay, so that's benefit number 1 of starting at Orison. There's lots of benefits for starting at Orison. Okay, this video might be a little bit biased because this may be my choice. We'll just get that out of the way. This is my location of starting choice. We'll talk about why and why not here as we go through the whole thing. We're going to go through it methodically, nice and easy. Okay, guys? So if you're brand new if you're brand new to Star Citizen and just starting off, or if you're a longtime veteran, it's always good to watch a video like this or get this information and just think. And as I'm creating these videos, it's also a good way for me to think, because there could be reasons why and why not to start, and there's always room to make changes. And there's definitely changes in 4.0 that we'll touch on a little bit that you may have to consider, but all that stuff is still subject to change, so we still don't know completely. But I think it's just a good time to start talking about starting locations. So starting with Orison, the city in the clouds. So as you come out of the Habs, and you're in this beautiful city, you're on this platform called Cloud Top or Cloud View platform. Okay, so we are on Cloud View platform. There's a map that helps you get around. See, we are in Cloud Viewed Center, and the map looks kind of confusing, but it's really not. All you really need to look at is this blue line. Okay, this is really all you have to worry about. There's Cloud View Center, there's Providence Industrial Platform, and then there is the spaceport. Those are the only 3 locations you really need to worry about. The extra locations are for special events, and then also there's a racetrack in the Vision Center. Benefit number 1, there's a racetrack at the Vision Center to go race your buggies. Okay, so anyways, this right here kind of gives you the gist of things, right? There's Crusader Industry Showroom, Shopping Center, Habitation, Hospital, and the TDD. Providence has a Discovery Center, a Kovlik Center, Cousin Crow's Custom Craft, Providence Supplies, Surplus, and then Orison Municipal Services. Okay, and then the spaceport has ship hangars, customs, shopping, Chairman's Club, and ship rental and commercial flights. So that's a lot of information right there just from that. But we're gonna, like I said, go through this methodically and talk about the benefits and disadvantages. So just coming out of the Habs, this is big, tall, wonderful hotel building. If you don't go towards the transit locations and you hook it to this bridge, this will bring you to the shopping center, the TDD, and the hospital. Okay, so nice, right next to the Habs. It's not confusing at all. Okay, the first benefit of Orison being your starting location is this shopping mall, Kelto, right next door to your habitation. Okay, so do know to get into this door, sometimes you have to get like really close to the door and click on the door. Like you have to get right up in its face. Okay, there's been a weird bug going on with it in the last couple patches. As you see, like I'm right up on it and it's not opening. It's not until I get like right there where it'll open, right? So do know about that. So Kelto is kind of the stopping place to pick up guns and ammo in Orison. There's a couple pieces of armor and stuff, but this is mainly for your guns and ammo stop, and then you can pick up drinks and things. All right, so we're not going to go through all of the inventory stuff, but just know that there's all kinds of drinks and every ammo for every gun you can purchase, but you can't purchase every gun. It's only got a couple of guns. Do know that it only has a few guns, but it'll get you started. So you would want to stop here at Kelto first as one of your first locations to stop at. There's also a clothing store, I believe, across the way here. There's not much to talk about it here. It's not even like a fully, I mean, it is a fully functioning store, but clothing is still not really a thing yet. Maybe as we get further into 1.0, clothing will matter more, but it is a very fancy, awesome store, and I like bougie stuff. So that's a plus for me, to be honest. So that's the shopping mall of Orison. Next to that, you have your TDD location, which is where you do your trading, where you turn in your commodities and things like that, and how the trader people, the haulers, make some money. So here's the TDD right next to the shopping mall. I'm not going to go super into it and whatnot. Just know that this is the location. It looks awesome. And look at that Crusader right in the center. Really cool stuff. In fact, I think that's like the screenshot, you know? Maybe not the thumbnail, but it's worth a screenshot and possibly could be the thumbnail. I mean, I'm probably going to take a thumbnail from off the internet of the Crusader City in the Clouds kind of thing, or Orison City in the Clouds kind of thing, and run with that. But just in case, that can be used as a thumbnail. Next, we're going to take a quick stop at the hospital. Here at the hospital, it's kind of important. This is where you'll set your spawn points if you need to set your spawn point or whatever. You're also going to pick up medical supplies here, meaning you're going to buy med guns and med gun refills and med pens and things like that here. And it is very sanitary and clean and cool stuff like that. If you need the locations, of course, right at the front desk is your patient check-in, and then over here at the pharmacy is where you would buy your med guns and stuff like that. And then this little insurance place is where you set your spawn. That's a bit more information than you guys probably needed, but you know, for the new players, I hope that helps, right? So this is benefits already. You know, every city's going to have things like this, so it's not making it completely stand out yet, but it's a start. It's just showing you how convenient and how they're all right next to each other, and there's not a whole lot of confusion, right? You woke up from your habitation, right next door you have the mall, you have TDD, and you have the medical center. So right waking up, Kelto, to pick up your essentials. The next shuttle is approaching. And then, yeah, that's wonderful stuff. Across the way here, again, avoiding the transit locations. You have a transit, one on the left and one on the right. Both of those will take you around that blue circle that we talked about on the map. And, you know, you could go on either one, but they have signs that say, like, one says next stop Spaceport and the other one says next stop Providence Center. So they do have signs. It's very, very well written around here in Crusader. It's pretty simple. I think that's a big benefit of Crusader. Is really simple. So coming up next is this big showroom, Crusader Industry Showroom. Okay, so this is kind of a double whammy place as well. So Crusader has its own shopping ship market or ship manufacturing place. So you go into the elevator and you go up to the Crusader showroom, and here you can buy Crusader ships. So one benefit about starting at Crusader is it has a ship depot. You can buy ships here in the Crusader showroom. Yes, you can only buy Crusader ships. You cannot buy any other company. It is just the Crusader ships. But this is where you get the Crusader ships on Crusader. Makes sense, right? You would go to this terminal here and you would look at all your different choices of buying for Crusader ships. But like I said, this is a double whammy. Also up here on the showroom is a gun store, a ship part store. This is where you get ship weapons, and this is where you get all the big ship weapons, okay? I don't know how much of this is going to be changing in 4.0. We'll cover that more as the time comes. But this is where you get like your big guns, like all size 3, 4, and 5 guns. You can get here your big Gatling guns, your big ballistics, your big deadbolts. All that is going to be here, along with your missiles. Your bombs that you drop in your A1 and your A2 get purchased here. Your torpedoes get purchased here. This is where you get your big bombs. All missiles can be purchased here. All missile racks, all those things. Again, we're not going to go through everything. But that is a benefit, is you get your big boy stuff at the Crusader showroom. So is that not benefit enough? That is something that makes Crusader stand out, okay? That's just one thing. We're gonna go with defects too, right? We're gonna talk about the good and the bad, guys. Don't worry, that we're not going all in on the high notes, but that is something that makes it stand out. It has a showroom with ship purchasing available and big guns and missiles and bombs, right? Just starting off, you're probably not going to have too much money to do so, to buy those wonderful big giant guns and stuff, but just know that is where it is. And it's a beautiful building. It's a beautiful place. So now we're going to finally go to the transit system. Look how much we can do in just one area in Crusader. Man, these videos are going to be a pain to make when we're doing it methodically. So both of these transports take you to a different platform. Remember, there are 3 platforms on our blue circle. This will take you to the spaceport. We are not going to the spaceport next, but that is a lot of the time when you get out of your habs, you'll take that tram to go to the spaceport. We're actually going to be going to the Providence Center. Okay, so we're actually going to this side, to the Providence Center, and making it on these trains. So these trams will also have all this information, you know, up on the signs there. See, it says Providence platform, shuttle arriving, shuttle departing, next stop Providence platform, how long it's going to take, all these wonderful things. Very simple, very clear. How is the transit system in Orison? Sometimes people will say it breaks, but honestly, I haven't seen the transit system in Orison break in a long time. So I would say it does pretty well. And what I mean by break, I mean impossible to go anywhere. If one of the sides breaks, you can just get on the on the other transit and ride the circle around. And that can happen occasionally, but it's been a long time since I've seen the Orison trams completely break on the live server. I've seen them break on the PTU quite often because it's not fully optimized and there's testing going on in the PTU and stuff, but in live, I haven't had issues with it in a while. So anyways, here we are on the Providence Center, okay? So we just got off the tram, okay? And there's also the other tram. Whichever tram you come on, you still start at the same spot. So here on the Providence Center, the first thing I'm going to show you is if you just hang to the right, this right railing, and you just hang to it, there's actually a little store called here back here. It's the Crusader Suplex store, I believe that's what it is. Yes. So you just hang to the right, you hug this rail, and you can see there's a small little hidden shop here on Crusader. This is one of my favorite shops. In here you can get some essentials just like you can at the Kelto. It's got some clothing. It's also got armor. It's also got org armor. If you're an Astro mercenary, we do wear the legs and the arms of this aerial set of gear. So you can get that purchased here at this store. If you're in the Astro mercenaries, this is where you purchase half of your org armor. Okay, so nice little store benefit there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Still a beautiful looking city, right? Okay, then we'll continue on, and from here I think we will just continue to go through this way. There's nothing really in particularly important right here. This is Crusader Discovery. It's got some cool stuff to look through the windows, like ships being worked on and stuff. But there's nothing actually in game that matters here. You can buy a few things from this dude at the counter, or click on these things to buy this kind of stuff. And you could even buy, maybe you can't buy ship plushies. But anyways, it's just a nifty little area to showcase things. There's not really anything going on for your player there. Here, we'll continue to loop around, and we'll go down to Cousin Crow's. This is the other shop. Yes, another shop in Crusader. Cousin Crow's has everything you need in a ship when it comes to systems. Okay? As far as coolers and power plants and quantum drives. Missing one. Coolers, power, and shields. Coolers, power plants, quantum drives, shields. This is the place to go. It has everything almost here at Cousin Crow's when it comes to the systems of a ship. Power plant, coolers, quantum drives, and shields. It's changing a little bit in 4.0. They're taking a lot of the military stuff out of this store. But for the most part, as you can tell, it's the system shop. And this has everything. And that really, really has always made Crusader stand out enormously, because this shop has all the best systems in it. It's changing a little bit in 4.0, like I said. It's going to lose some military components. But for the most part, it's still going to have all your systems to start off. And it's just, it really is one of the things that makes Crusader huge. Coming up from Cousin Crow's, taking up the stairs, we have our next shop, boom bang, back to back, Kovlik Shipping. So this is where you'll get your multi-tools and your mining tools and things like that, your max lifts, all those stuff, you would get that from this store. I think there's a couple SCU boxes. There's not like a whole bunch of SCU box choices, but this is where you get your general industrial stuff here on Orison. Doesn't have the greatest selection, but it gets the job done. And again, it's a little bit more confusing in the Providence Center, but if you took the route I took, you just had back-to-back stores. It's pretty easy, and we'll just continue to flip around the station as we continue to go further. We want to try to find the admin shop. Again, here, this is where it gets a little bit confusing, okay? So this is the Kovlik shop. Where is the admin? Is it back here in the cargo? No, it's not. Is it back over here? Possibly. It's like on the other side of this, right? So I was going the correct way. We would continue going in a circle, because the admin is like right over here. We would go through here. We would go around this. It's just a circle, guys. Just a circle. So this brings us kind of to this, back to the spaceport, or to the transits. But if you take this little area here, it'll take you, not this area. This is a cool view, by the way. Have you guys ever been up here? You can't go any further, but it's a cool view.
The next shuttle is approaching the station.
Still hanging a left here. We're just holding on to all this. And then here we go. Alright, so we're here at admin. It's a little bit confusing, but it's all kind of a circle. It's all kind of a circle. Here's your admin. This is where you would turn in your pickups or your drop-off boxes, and you would buy some commodities from here. Here's your admin's developer and all that kind of stuff. So, that's Crusader. Look, there's Kovlik's. Maybe we could have went this way. It's all kind of a little circle. You could go and search your way around it, but I mean, I've been here and I lived in Orison for a long time, and sometimes it takes me 1 or 2 tries to get the admin center because it's kind of in the middle there and whatnot. But it's, look, it's all right there, my dudes. Sometimes you just gotta open your eyes. But for the most part, other than Providence platform, this is the most confusing part of Crusader, right? Like the rest of Crusader is really simple. So we're gonna head to the spaceport now. Our next shuttle will be here in 5 seconds. Here it is, coming through. Let's talk about the benefits of the spaceport. There's already so many benefits of Orison. Now, again, this might seem a little biased and stuff, but really, I'm gonna give every city this kind of praise. All cities have their greatness. I don't really think there's an issue on choosing where your city is. Like, where you want to start your game is where you want to start your game, and you have your reasons. And I'm going to show you reasons to start at each city. I just choose Orison because, like I said, it kind of has all a good balanced mix of everything. And then what we're going to talk about now at the spaceport is the benefits of Crusader, the system itself. We're going to wrap that all in a bow here at the spaceport. So here in Crusader, in Orison, starting at Orison, you are in the Crusader system. And that is where a lot of gameplay traffic is. Crusader is very player heavy. There's lots of PvP bounty hunting here. There's lots of PvE bounty hunting here. There's lots of this is where all the main space combat kind of happens in Crusader. So it's important to be in this location. For me, that's why I like to be in this location, is because it's very player traffic heavy. And it's one of the best places to make money, one of the best places to do illegal missions. It's very, 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 very gameplay traffic. So a lot of the advanced or experienced players started Orison because of the fact that just not all a lot of the gameplay is here in Crusader. Speaking of other benefits of Crusader and the spaceport, is right above you is Seraphim Station, which replaced Port Olisar, rest in peace, which Port Olisar used to be the best station in the game. And now Seraphim Station actually still holds that title as still being, in my opinion, the best space station in the game. Seraphim Station, which is above us. You probably can't see it from this angle or anything, but that's the closest space station, so that's helpful as well. This is where you rent your ships. If you need to rent a ship, you have the rental kiosk right here next to the spaceport. Very convenient. On your way to the spaceport, that is. You have another small shop here where you can buy some drinks and plushies and stuff as well. Look, you could buy whales in Crusader. Man, is that not a good enough reason for you to start in Crusader? Is just to buy you some whales? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. You got some whammers over here, some burgers. You got some Elroys over here, man. All this wonderful stuff. So here's the spaceport. Okay, so we talked about the benefits of having Seraphim Station. We talked about the benefits of being in this crazy traffic area in the game where so many players are in this location in Orison. We talked about the different ships, or the different shops, the ship purchasing place, the ship depot, the like I said, ship weapons, ship systems, armor, all those things. We talked about all that. Now I'm going to talk about is kind of some downsides of staying at Orison. Okay, one of the downsides of staying at Orison is the tram system it can be a little bit wonky sometimes. Like I said, it hasn't been that bad for me, but that is still kind of a downside. Another downside is that well, the tram system can be a little bit confusing. Not as much as Babbage's. We'll get to that in the future. But next thing I'm going to talk about is what we're doing right now. We're going to do a small takeoff from Orison. A definitely downside of starting at Orison is flying out of the atmosphere. Okay, so it's thick. We're in a gas giant. The planet is a gas giant, and we're inside of it in a city. So getting the ships out of atmosphere to be able to quantum drive can be a pain in the butt for bigger ships like a Polaris or a Star Lantern Max or a C2 or any of those bigger ships. It can be quite annoying and troublesome to get out of atmosphere when you're taking off from the spaceport. So that's a big thing to mention. We'll talk about that as we get to that. Sometimes it, takes a little while to get into a Polaris. The other downside, which I kind of want to show you being up in the air for Orison, is coming back into Orison. Finding the spaceport can be difficult for newer players. Sometimes it can be difficult for more advanced players, but I'll try to point out the space station as we fly away and stuff, and some pointers on how to best spot it out. Basically, I don't think it's that hard to find the Orison spaceport. I actually think it's probably the easiest. Actually, in my opinion, I think it's probably the easiest to find. But that's just because I'm so good at finding it. Like the city location, like I think Babbage is the easiest spaceport to find, as long as you can see the correct way that you're wanting to be aligned, plus As long as there's no snowstorm blocking your view, I think the spaceport is easiest on Babbage to find. But I think Orison is definitely easier to find than Lorville's and Area 18s. That's just my opinion. That is just my opinion. Take it or leave it. So it is nighttime, which is perfect how I wanted to talk about this. I actually think it's probably a little bit harder to find Orison's spaceport in the daytime than it is at nighttime. Is that surprising to anybody? Maybe, maybe not. So let's get ourselves a little bit of air here. We're coming close to the end of this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed all the benefits of Orison. Today's code word is City in the Clouds. Pretty simple, right? Today's code word is City in the Clouds. For the giveaway, today's code word is City in the Clouds. Look at the beautiful scenes as you fly out of Orison. Okay, if your computer can handle all this stuff, it is absolutely gorgeous flying out of Orison. It really, truly, truly is. Okay, so we're not going to go too far away because there's two more things I want to talk about the Orison spaceport. Okay, we're not done. We're tying this up in a nice little tightly knit bow, something. I don't know. Anyways, two more things to talk about. One, the spaceport tips, okay? So turning around as we're coming back and we're just flying into Orison, okay? Obviously we just flew out of the spaceport, so boom, there's the spaceport, okay? Obviously. But when you're further out, you got all these other like platforms in your view, and you're like, where's the spaceport? Where's the spaceport? I don't know. Okay? Well, the spaceport is definitely it has this very unique shape. As you can see here, you can see the spaceport, it's very uniquely shaped. It's kind of a lot of long, skinny little branchways. It's like an octopus almost, the spaceport. That is what a lot of people like to reference it as having all these tentacle arms in the spaceport, and that's how you find it. And that's really the best way of looking at it. You're looking at all these platforms and you go, which one has the tentacle arms that has all these places that could possibly be hangars? So that's how you find this location. I think it's also really, really easy to spot it out at nighttime. You can see how well lit everything is in the Orison nightlight. How well lit everything is. And you can see the spaceport is probably the least lit, but it has blinking red lights. You see that? How the spaceport has blinking red lights showing you, hey, look here, this is the spaceport. This is where you land. Blinking red lights. Beautiful. Going into 30 minutes on this video, I hope all this information has been helpful. There's still one more thing I want to talk about the spaceport. We got to get back into range with our Polaris. There's one last thing I wanted to talk about. Okay. This is probably the biggest downside, okay, of starting at Orison. The biggest downside of starting at Orison for me is this that we're doing right now. Okay? None of the other cities, Lorville, New Babbage, or Area 18 have this problem. Only Orison on Crusader has this problem. If you have big ships like the Polaris, or the Reclaimer, or the 890 Jump, or the Hammerhead, or the Hull C, these are the ships in the game that have docking features active. Okay? Not counting the Reclaimer, actually. Throw the Reclaimer off that list. It does not have working docking. But those other four ships, the Polaris, 890 Jump, Hull C, and the Hammerhead, have docking mechanics working. So when you take a big ship like those and you return the Orison, for some reason the game chooses to give you the docking permissions first instead of just landing in your extra large hangar. So my biggest problem I have coming into Orison is whenever I come back with my Polaris, it wants to dock instead of putting me in my hangar. That is by far, I think, my least favorite thing about Orison. It's kind of picky, but it is a huge thing. It's not something that's going to derail me from choosing Orison. It actually helps people get better at docking, right? I mean, it does help out a little bit. It's also bugged currently. It doesn't want to dock correctly. You can see these lines are not going to add up correctly. So it's going to be bugged anyways, and that's actually a good thing because I can show you how to unbug it. Anyways, this is my least favorite thing about it. The other cities do not have this problem because they don't have docking ports. Only Orison has docking ports because it's the city in the clouds. Orison, city in the clouds. So how do you fix this when your ship gets bugged and can't be docked? You go to the docking port anyways, and then you just park right in front of the docking port and you'll get impounded in 20 seconds. You can either wait the hour for the impound to go away, or you can pay a measly little 5,000 credits to get your ship unimpounded. And you're already in the spaceport, and you didn't have to go through your hangar situation or any elevators. You're already here. It was that simple and that easy. That is Crusader. That is Orison, the city in the clouds. Let me show you my Polaris's impound. Pay the fine, which is 15 minutes, sorry, 15 minutes or 5,000 credits. No big deal. Anyways, that's Orison. And yes, that's my preferred starting location. I'm giving you that knowledge now. We're going to go over the rest of the spaceports or the rest of the cities later on throughout this week. This was a lot of information. Remember, I gave you guys the code word. If you've gone this far and you haven't heard the code word rewind, you missed it. It's back a little bit ways. This is Orison. Lots of benefits. A few defects. Again, this is where I start. This is where the Astro mercenaries start. Are we starting here in 4.0? I will give you my answer right now. Yes. If that changes, I will let people know. But this is where the Astro mercenaries will be starting in 4.0. In Crusader, on Orison. Nothing's changing. We're starting in Stanton before we go to Pyro. Leave your comments down below what you guys think about Orison. Did I miss things? I know I didn't go over every little detail, but I think I did a fine job. Tomorrow's video, I think, is New Babbage. So I'll see you guys over at New Babbage. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Like I said, leave comments on what your thoughts are on Orison. I appreciate you guys. This is Astro Manny signing off. Till next time. Take it easy, fly safe, and adios.